After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 221. It is Monday, August 22nd, 2016. As we are recording, it is as I said, a Monday. It's about 3 o'clock, a little after 3 o'clock. And we want to welcome you all to the PHN Fun Woman Cave. We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. If you are returning, thank you for coming back and rejoining us. We're glad to have you with us. If you are new, we hope you find something that will bring you back to us again in subsequent episodes. If you are in the shadows, new or returning, please consider joining our Ravelry group officially so that you can take part in the alongs and giveaways and such with an eye toward winning a prize or something like that.
But who are you?
I'm getting to that.
This is a long spiel before you even introduce yourself.
That's right. Stuff it. Anyway, I am Marley Shaw, also known as Lady Fernico.
I am Tali, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. Minnie Mouse.
Anyway, and
Minnie Mouse.
they can't see it unless I take it off. The oval head.
There's Minnie like on her watch band.
No, it's not on my watch band.
Yeah, look.
That's Mickey.
Okay, well you have Mickey on your watch band.
Mickey on my watch band, which is falling apart. My Minnie Mouse watch that you can't really see because of the glare. But it is Minnie, not Mickey. Okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay. I've already welcomed the new returning viewers. We already said who we are. I am drinking chai tea in my Avengers mug because that seems to be the size I want at this particular time. So no Tortoise versus Hare mug today.
And I just wanted to change out which mug I used. I have Tortoise versus Hare hanging out down here. But just so to remind everybody what that mug looks like.
Mm-hmm.
But I am actually drinking, because I have many mugs, I am drinking from my, you could either be considered the Batman Night and Robin mug or the Stages of Dick Grayson mug, because he's been in all of these roles before.
So that's kind of cool. My husband doesn't understand why we need so many mugs. Or bags.
I am drinking Plum Deluxe Royale Purple Tea. And it's Kenyan Purple Tea, Malva Flowers, Safflower, Love, and Gratitude. And there's caffeine. And this one suggests that you add lemon or citrus to bring out the purple color.
Let's see.
This one's a bit of a bold taste.
Smells good. Definitely a tea. A tea flavor.
Yeah, no, this isn't one of the more fruity ones.
Yeah, very good. Very good. It reminds me kind of a little bit of Earl Grey, but not quite.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is. But that's what reminds me of it, based in terms of it's more of a black tea or whatever, as opposed to a fruit tea. Okay. We have several new members that we want to welcome officially. They've joined us officially. Let me see here. We have Maher Trader, who is Maret. I think it's Maret. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's very pretty.
Maharet?
I don't know. Maharet? I'm not sure. If you're watching us, please let us know. We really don't like to mispronounce people's names because we have unusual names ourselves. So please do let us know how you pronounce that. Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
We have Patty Feller, who is Patty. Welcome, Patty. J.S. Mustafo?
Mustafa?
Mustafo? Janice,
Emphasis.
welcome. No. Janice. J.S. Mustafo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, Janice. You can tell us if that's pronounced incorrectly as well. Welcome aboard, Janice.
Welcome, Jan.
Minnie Mitch, who is Michelle. Welcome, Minnie. Minnie
Jan-
Mitch.
Michelle.
Yes. I had very little sleep last night because of someone's fault. Anyway.
No, it's totally your fault. I didn't cause anything.
Popsicles? Is that how you spell popsicle?
No.
Maybe it's not popsicle? It looks like popsicle to me. Popsicle?
I'm pretty sure popsicle does not have an IE.
That's Sarah. And welcome, Sarah. And I like the way you spell that, however it's pronounced. So welcome all of you officially. We're glad to have you with us. Some of you have already jumped in feet first. We'd love to see more of you join us. Be as active as you like. We love having people join in the chatter, post in the threads in terms of pictures and things. Just make sure you post the things in the right thread. Yeah. Otherwise, you confuse me. It's really easy to do. Not a pretty site. Okay. We do want to mention our promotions, unless you have something else to say. Okay. There's a toy along still going on over at Brian's Universe, hosted by That Crochet Kid. And that's Brian. It's his first Cal. It's Toys, as the name would imply. It has been extended to the end of August. Any toys, any shape, any size, knitted or crocheted, I believe. The full rules are in his Yarniverse podcast group. If you haven't joined him, you might want to consider it. He's fun to watch when he podcasts. I don't know if he's put one up, but I think he's just starting school now.
Yeah.
Let's see. If you use the toys you make, if you send them to Laura, who's crocheting Hoovian for her Ronald McDonald House campaign, toys for those children over there, you'll get a double entry for your finished object for the prize. So go ahead and check it out. His rules are all very clearly stated, and you have another couple of weeks. So if you're testing for Talia, if you're making toys for the Tortoise versus Hare, you might want to consider double dipping. The OYCZ, Outside Your Comfort Zone Cal, which is hosted by PJ Matilda from the Little Owls podcast. Yes, I finally looked it up. Little Owls podcast. Pam did not have a group when she started this particular along, so she's having this particular along take place in the Thank God It's Finished group. That's Erin, who is Gimme Yarn 418, who generously let her do that. All subsequent alongs for Pam will be in her own group, which is Little Owl Fibers. But check out both groups. They look like a lot of fun. Pam's is wonderful. I haven't had a chance yet to watch Gimme Yarn 418's podcast yet. Thank God It's Finished, but I'm looking forward to that. Her rules are very simple. You're doing something outside your comfort zone. It can be a stitch, it can be a technique, it can be a project that intimidates you, whatever it is that is outside your comfort zone. So take a look at that. It looks like a lot of fun. It runs July 1st through August 31st. And I've actually put in some yarn dyeing as well. Pam said that was fine. So check it out. See what you can do. It'll be a lot of fun. She does have photos on Instagram as well that we hashtag OYCZ along. Okay? And it's a dash between the OYCZ, which is all capitalized, and then your hyphen along. And there's the Knit Spin Dye Along with Heidi at Undid Yarn, and that's going strong, and I forgot to check the date, but I think it's July 1st to August 31st. So we have another couple weeks for that as well. Heidi has been instrumental in my learning how to dye. I always wanted to, and her Knit Spin Dye Along last year gave me the little push I needed. It's a wonderful podcast. It's a wonderful along. You can knit something with indie dyers, including people like Miss Babs. You can spin something, of course. You can dye something. You can spin, knit, dye, and knit, or dye, spin, and knit. all of the above, if you want to. She accepts all that. You can also crochet, okay? And she wants it to be all done in that yarn, right? Yeah. All indie dyed yarn. So, yeah, okay. I don't know how that works with the spinning. I guess spinning is indie dyed. Well, if it's already colored, I guess it's indie dyed. Yeah.
Yeah, I think usually it is.
Right. And then we have one more that's currently going on, July and August, so another couple weeks for this one. This is Kenneth, who's the Turbo Knitter 64. He could not take part in our cardiac read along this year, as many of you already know, but for you who are new, Kenneth took part with our cardiac along last year, and we were slated to do it again this year, but he had some health issues, so he couldn't commit to it this year. but he's doing a little less time intensive or time commitment. He doesn't need to make as much of a commitment for this.
I
And
think time intensive kind of.
yeah, that kind of covers it. So anything that's red, we've got jewelry in there, we've got yarn, we've got knit and crochet projects, all kinds of things are in there. He's just basically making it a craft along. So lots of opportunities to make stuff in there, and his rules are in his group, so you can check that out. It's the Turbo Knitter podcast. Very, very good podcast. And Kenneth is a doll. He's really fantastic. Okay, so that takes care of that. You wanted to do the cardiac and the tortoise versus the hare.
Right. Well, I don't have the brain power for any facts this week.
Except for that one that lady, I forget who it was, Patricia? I forget which one it was. I think it was Patricia. Had mentioned that if you don't take care of your teeth, that could cause a problem with your heart because of the infection going.
Well, what'll occur is if you, this sometimes occurs if you have a oral surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Strep can attack the heart valves.
And I know certain people also have issues if they have heart issues already. I know that some of my friends have had to take penicillin or whatever because I don't know if they're immune deficient or what it is, but they have to combat.
They might have had an endocarditis.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that
because you can cause an issue in one of the layers of the heart with an infection.
Right. So,
and that's one of the concerns.
And that's
if
not
you have a strep.
That's not to scare you into not going to the dentist.
No.
Okay, you have to go to. In fact, it's actually go to the dentist to make sure everything stays all right. But that's just what I actually learned that when reading through the threads this morning. So, okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't have a lot of brain power right now. I think I've hit most of the high points in the past. I'll try to maybe have something more next time. But Cardiac Ride Along has been running since July 1st and running through the end of September.
Who's our co-host? Our spicy co-host.
Spicy Mama.
Spicy Mama.
Had to think about it a second.
That's not her name.
Spicy Homemaker, who is Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's a sweetheart.
Yes, and she is co-hosting the Cardiac Ride Along with us. We have a whip/FO thread in the group.
/chatter.
Mm-hmm. And we allow for one whip picture per project per week, and then you put an FO picture whenever you happen to finish the object.
No doubles in the salon.
Yeah, no doubles in the salon. And for Melissa's part, she is doing pop-up threads.
She does pop-up threads, and sometimes she will pull from our group's thread. You need to be a member of both groups to participate in this. It's very, very interwoven. Okay? Yeah. If you want to know what's going on and get full benefit of the alongs, you need to be a member of both groups, because sometimes something will happen in this group, and if you're not watching it, you might miss it. If you are, and I'm speaking to the choir who's watching us right now,
yeah.
If you're not watching Melissa's, you could miss the pop-up threads. So
last time she did it on Instagram.
On Instagram, yes, she did. She said she was going to do that. She will put, you just have to keep an eye open. Melissa is a hoot, and she's very innovative, and she's very she brings a lot of life into whatever she does.
Yes.
So she's just full of energy. She's like an ever-ready battery.
I need to steal some of that energy.
Yeah, bottle it. She can make a fortune.
Yeah. I'm sorry, our rules. We talked about the whips and the FOs. But basically, what to knit, you knit or crochet something that is red. Or shades of red.
Or pink.
Something within this
basically
range.
Give or take. No orange. Orange is not red.
Yeah. It has to actually be arguably...
Yes, I know red and yellow is orange, but the finished project is not red or pink.
No.
Or any thereof. If we contact you for some reason asking about a color of something, it's just because we can't see it. We trust you, and it might have come up from somebody that they were wondering if that was actually the right color. We trust you. If you say it's pink or red, we will take your word for it.
We just want to make sure you intended to put it in that thread, or that you knew that it was supposed to be shades of red.
Right. We want to make sure that you know what the rules are, and also that you were putting it in the place you wanted to put it, because we do have a lot of threads right now.
Yeah, although we knocked down some of the stickies just because it was getting a bit unwieldy.
Yes. Thank you to Heidi for mentioning that to us.
I've been thinking of it for a while, but
we just had so many stickies. It was like, okay, it was kind of defeating the purpose of the stickies because we had so many of them. So that was very nice. Heidi, thank you for reminding us. Okay.
That leads into our next along, which is with Laura of the Crochet and Hoovian podcast.
Her podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, her podcast is Crochet Hooving. Her group is Crochet.
It's the
Hoovian Yarn Alliance.
Yeah,
Hoovian Yarn Alliance.
It's actually her brainchild. It's Tortoise versus Hare, and I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Tortoise versus Hare, and it runs for the same period of time as the Cardiac Read Along, so through the end of September. Basically, you make turtles or hares. You make hares.
Turtles.
You make bunnies.
You make turtles and tortoises, and somebody is making
bunnies.
a turtle bunny. Somebody is making a turtle bunny.
Oh, are they?
Who is it? It was, I think it's Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Lizzie. I'm not sure. I think it's Lizzie, who is making a.
So where
turtle
does
bunny.
that count?
It's
a bunny.
Well, it's called a turtle bunny, and I actually clicked on the
Link
icon, and it goes, and there's actually a turtle bunny. It's not a bunny. It's actually called a turtle bunny.
Huh.
So therefore, it is a turtle.
Bunny.
Turtle.
Bunny.
Turtle.
Bunny.
Turtle. Turtle.
Bunny.
Turtle. 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 Turtle.
I'm thinking of Ernest Saves Christmas.
Oh, see, I was thinking of, I know what you're talking. I was thinking of Turtle in the Master of Disguise.
I know you are, but
I know what you're talking about with the bunny and
that says, what was it?
Bunny. Easter Bunny. E-Bunny.
Because they was trying to sit there and read it.
Well, it's like the reindeer that they were
Yeah.
doing. Yeah. Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yes.
Was that movie. And the one I was referring to was
Master of
of
Disguise.
Disguise. Okay, anyway, we were saying, I did, before you get, the rules are very similar to our other rules.
Yes.
Because
The only difference, color doesn't matter.
Mm-mm.
It just has to be a turtle or a bunny, preferably a bunny.
preferably a turtle. Go Team Turtle.
Bunnies.
Team Tortoise. Team Tortoise.
Team Hare.
Team Tortoise. Yay!
The tortoises are ahead in the polls, but the bunnies will come out ahead in the end.
Haha.
We're just biding our time.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Sorry, brain is short-circuiting.
That's because the hair is gnawing on your your synapses and things.
I don't know why. I just see data in my head turning
Yeah.
off his emotion chip. Taken care of.
We watched Star Trek First Contact last night.
Anyway, double posting. If you're working either Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle, Timmy the Timid Turtle, or Oops the Bunny, you get double chances for winning. Just post your FOs twice.
Allison's Oops the Bunny looks like a Ninja Turtle.
I need to take a look.
It's so cute because it doesn't have the ears yet.
Yeah.
And her kids were saying it looked like a Ninja Turtle. It does. It's so cute. She's doing such a good job with her crochet skills.
Yes, she is.
Now we are in our group. We do have prizes. We have a Tortoise versus Hare cup. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And Laura has donated to the podcast. Let me see.
And there's also Tortoise versus Hare mug available as a prize in Laura's group.
Right, that we donated. And Laura donated to our group. Let me see here.
While she's looking for that, there are also Team Tortoise and Team Hare shirts available in my Etsy shop. If you decide that you want one. We aren't wearing them today. I wore mine the other day.
Yeah.
I wore mine out.
And I just came back from church, so I wasn't going to wear it. Okay, she is donating a Team Tortoise or Team Hare shirt to the winner of the Cal, to one of the winners. And she wants to donate a $5 less downloadable pattern. So thank you very much, Laura.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's very cool. All right, now I think we already did cardiac, right?
Yes.
And we have several donators for
yes,
cardiac.
we do. We have multiple.
And I went through them last week, so I'm not going to do it again. I don't think I have anything new for that to add.
We mentioned the remaining contingency designs patterns from Yarn Sit last week.
Right, we did that last week, so I don't have anything new to mention
No,
this
there
week.
shouldn't be anything new.
Okay, so that's good. All right.
So that means on to whips. What do you have as whips?
I think I have
as
let's
whips.
see. I think I have 6. I'm not sure. Let me try this again.
I guess I should be looking how many I have.
Yeah, you really should. Get with it. I apologize if you're counting.
I think I have 7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I have 7.
I have 6.
Oh, I'm sorry, 8.
I have 6, so you have to go twice.
Yeah. So, let me mark this off. I usually like to finish on a decrease. When I'm doing a toy, I like to, and I'm in my decreases or increases, I like my last stitch to be either the decrease or the increase.
So you know where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a random tip out there, if anyone's really that interested.
It helps.
In my... Let me get some of this bag. Yeah. In my, Silver Shed USA Avengers bag, I believe this is the extra large. Is Burton or... Whoops, this is not the right bag. Which bag is that? Oh, that's in the nursing caps on a light field, a pale field.
I need to get some luggage clips or something so you can just slide in what you're working on. You know, you leave the tag on the bag and you just slide a piece of paper in and out.
I had Sarah's little, I guess he's 1, a little less than 1. Her youngest son kept playing with the strap on my black nurse's cap bag and wanted to gnaw on it.
It's probably damaged teeth.
That's what I was thinking. So this is Bert and Ernie. This is the Impressions pattern by Agnes Gutaz-Karetzes. And thank you, Heidi Packy Knits, for mentioning the test that Agnes has going. I don't really have time for a test right now, and I don't usually make pullovers, but I would really appreciate you mentioning it. It was nice to see some of the other designs, and it's gorgeous like all her designs. But anyway, this is, I'm using Knitted Wits DK Superwash Merino in the colorway Yams, and the yellow is Miss Babs, the Azawada Skein, in the colorway Squash Blossom. That Squash Blossom has been used for just about everything.
And not just her stuff either. Yeah. My stuff too.
And I started this for the Bakery Bears Muppet Along. Hence why it's called Bert and Ernie.
A little tangled there.
So, I'm getting close. It's a bunny.
Yes, oops is a bunny. Valeria, oops is a bunny. You can drink now. We don't want you getting dehydrated.
Oh, hey, look, that's showing up really nicely, actually.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very nice.
So,
very, very pretty.
And those are stitch markers on the bottom, not actually a part of the
right,
pattern.
they just go, you can tell by these ends that they're not meant to be here. Have to mark the cables?
No, it's there are no there aren't really any
or whatever
cables.
this is.
I mean, there's a twist, but it's for the marking the repeats.
It looks like a cable.
Well, it's not really. I mean, there's a slight cable there, but everything else is lace work.
Right, but it looks like there's a cable there.
Like one every 12 rows.
Yeah, very pretty.
But I wouldn't say to mark the cable.
Oh yeah, you know what you're marking. I'm just saying that there is cables there.
Yeah, very.
They look like
basic.
owls to me.
Everything looks like owls to you. I have learned that I just don't particularly like baubles. I'm one of those people I pick at Tweeds in Tweedy yarn as Megan from Stalking the Zombie says she is a de-tweeter. That's exactly what I am. I de-tweet yarn.
Megan cracks me up.
And for the same idea, I keep wanting to pull these bobbles out because it's not smooth.
And if you don't watch the Stockinette Zombies, you should.
Oh, if
they're hysterical.
I'm sure they watch the Stockinette Zombies.
Yeah, they've been around for a long time, but they are just hysterical. I watched them even before I started knitting, and I was just crocheting because they're just funny. They make me laugh.
You shouldn't laugh at people. It's not nice.
I'm laughing with them.
So yeah.
And Amy is Anne Brody's daughter.
Yes.
Silver Shed. So, yeah.
Definitely my colors. Well, the funny thing is, I remember her mentioning Anne's bags
I do
before
too.
we even bought Anne's bags.
She was just starting.
Yeah.
She was just starting. I'm like, because that was when we were doing a lot of knitting's my bag and stuff like that. And we didn't do wedges or anything like that. And Anne came along with her bags. It took us a while to
even though we've
try
heard
it
about
out. Even though we've heard about it, boy, that was the best.
Yep.
The best try we ever did.
So
Anne is fantastic.
Yes, she is. So yeah, that's this. I look forward to seeing how it'll look when it's finished blocking out. I kind of feel like this top is a little tight, but we'll see.
Yeah. What stitch are you using up there?
Oh, that was a garter tab.
Oh, I don't know anything about the garter. I haven't done that yet.
I
didn't realize the garter tab was that long.
It could be however long you need it to be.
Do you have to pick up stitches for that?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
It's not that bad.
I have to take out my book and look.
But yeah, for some reason it seems a little tight right there. But that might partially be the fault of the bobbles. I blame all things on bobbles.
Somebody was saying that the long tail cast, I think it was Andy, might be fibbing, but
don't fib, that's not nice.
That the long tail cast on made the socks a little tight, less stretchy.
It might not be the stretch or the cast on.
And then somebody said to her, Andy, you can always use a different cast on. She said, oh yeah, Bing. She makes me laugh. I love Andy.
I mean, I know there are stretchier cast-ons. I just can't remember them. Because I always do long tail.
I do long tail most of the time, but she's so funny because she's so down to earth, and she's just so nice. She's funny. She makes me laugh. And if you don't watch Andrea Sue Knits, you should. Yes, I'm just plugging everybody's podcast today, but she really is. She's fun. Her sock blanks, and I mentioned this last week. Her sock blanks are absolutely works of art. I mean, they are absolutely gorgeous. I could not use them if I bought them. They'd have to go up. You'd see one under the Woman Cave sign, most likely. It is absolutely beautiful stuff. And it works out beautifully, but I would never find out how mine works out because it wouldn't be used. Just to be up on the wall. So, okay, do you need one more? Or is that...
Yeah, I should probably do one more. And then maybe a tea break because I'm almost done with my tea.
Oh, you're done with tea.
I usually finish before we get to the projects, so this really is actually slow for me.
Do one more then.
All right, hold on. There we go.
Just start with me when we come back.
Yeah. Let's see. There. Next one is my other shawl. I know I have multiple shawls that are actually started, but these are the only two I've worked on this week.
Right.
And this is actually my first Silver Shed bag.
I got that for something or other.
Yeah.
Christmas or birthday or something.
Silver Shed USA, because I wasn't into the idea of wedge bags at the time. If you hadn't gotten me this, I might not have ventured into them.
Yeah, the only reason I got a wedge bag to begin with, I think, was either her Ninja Turtles, I think I bought. And after that, I was like, okay, I like these.
Yeah, it took me using this bag. This is the Kitties in the News bag. This is my Nightwing, which is this sock knitter shawl by KF Jones. And I'm using Miss Babs Yowza with a skein, and the colorway's pewter, and fountain pen will be the edge. And this is sort of consolation for the fact that I had to give away my bullfinch because I couldn't wear it. Yeah. And I know Miss Babs' yarn doesn't bother me because I'm wearing a Miss Babs right now.
And Laura, I don't know if I answered your email about not having your address, the PM. I think I did. But yeah,
you should have it by
we
now.
Received the PM and she had already sent it.
Yeah.
So
It's not like I didn't have your address and I just didn't feel like waiting any longer.
Impatience.
I waited a week.
Impatience.
It's hard enough to get me to mail stuff off. There we go. Whoopsie. It's all shadowy, but...
It's very pretty. You can see it very well.
Yes. I mean, I've always felt this pattern would be really classy in a plain yarn. Or a subtly gradated yarn.
It has a lot of possibilities. Potential.
Yes.
It has potential.
So, I've been enjoying that. And I'm interested in seeing how big it'll turn out, since I'm just going to follow the pattern with the larger yarn and needles.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I also pulled out one of these that was a fingering weight. I was like maybe halfway or a little more than halfway done, and it was just driving me nuts because it was fingering weight and it was not going anywhere. It didn't seem like it was going anywhere. So I pulled it all out and started in that, and I love it. I have 2 of them on the needles.
And now we are going to pause so I can get more tea. We're back.
Okay, great. All right, tea has been warmed up and refreshed. We are now ready to go into mine here.
Not to your tea, but...
Yes. In my Me, My Dog, and Some Yarn sock bag, I love this, that I won from Heidi last year at this time, is my Violently Happy shawl. I'm using US 8 5mm. These are my Harmonies, Knit Picks Harmonies, and Undead Yarn, the Vampiri base in the Violently Happy Accident colorway. I love this yarn. It is so soft. It really is. It had to be something to go around your neck. Could not possibly be socks. I don't think it has any nylon in it. I mean,
I don't feel like the nylon is necessary. I just feel like the fact that it's super washed is necessary.
It's just very soft. Very, very soft. And I haven't done a ton of work on this, just a little bit. I think
There's a bunny.
There's a bunny. So you can see I've only done about maybe 2 rows. The rows are getting longer now, and I am listening to my hands. So I'm only doing a little at a time. Boy, that's a lot of blue in that this time. Almost overwhelming the pink. Look at that. This is Stop That.
It's a tune. It's from the Hobbit musical, and
I do not care.
It's
I can't talk over that.
It's for the Long and Winding Road. For their not Long and Winding Road. That's a Elton John song. I thought it was Elton John. I thought it is Beatles. Okay, I don't know. I'm not actually that big of a Beatles fan.
Not the point. All right, so you can see this is very, very pretty. It actually looks like the blues and the purples are showing up more than the pinks and the oranges. This is, to me, it's predominantly pink. On the screen, it looks predominantly blue. But it is really a very pretty colorway. I love this. And Heidi hasn't put this up again. I don't know if this is called Violently Happy Accident. I don't remember if it was a roadkill or not. But this is just gorgeous, and I absolutely love it. And I hope to finish this sometime in the near future. I still got about half the bottle.
Oh, heavens, you've got a while.
So, we will see. This is a plop. But I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I love this thing. It keeps my yarn from coming off my needles. There. And that's that.
That's all you can say about that?
That's all I have to say about that. Because life is like a box of chocolates.
That is what? Forrest Gump? Okay, I've actually never seen that movie.
It's a cute movie. Except for the one scene. It's a good movie.
I feel like my next to useless nursing psychology class might have played a clip from that.
Might have.
I felt like she spent a lot more time playing clips from movies than actually teaching us. She was kind of nuts. But she was a psych nurse.
Yeah,
and I say this with one of my best friends being a psych nurse. Yeah. My study partner from school. Okay. Daintily having a finger. Although,
will you move along? You oboe head?
Head of oboe?
Will you move along? Move along, move along. Nothing to see here.
Now, Riker didn't play an oboe. Riker played a...
No, he played trombone.
Trombone.
Yeah.
That's right. I knew he played a
just read that. He's actually in a jazz
he really did
fusion.
play it. It wasn't just like he...
He's in a jazz fusion group called Fish.
Huh.
Phish.
Okay.
So I need to check that out.
Because they always they always showed his character playing stuff, and I was a little surprised to learn they actually did.
Well, he incorporated it into the character. I guess
which is always fun when they take a talent to the
Because they said that another one who did a lot to make the character his own was Michael Dorn, who played Worf.
Really?
Yeah, he did a lot. I didn't read too much further into it, but
Worf was always one of my favorites
I
from
love
that
Worf.
series.
Yeah. Worf and Data. And Geordi. I like Geordi.
Worf got to the point where he was hands down my favorite.
Yeah.
But anyway, paid in full. In my Silver Shade USA, they're seeing caps on a dark field bag. And this is the Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher. Sorry, I'm a little congested. My allergy medicine is starting to kick in, though. I'm using Miss Babs Yowza What a Skein in the colorway Perfectly Reckless. The yarn is finally getting to a point where I can carry it in my purse without feeling like I'm going to kill the bag.
Miss Babs is a very generous.
Well, this one was like quite a bit more than what was advertised.
Well, I told you that sometimes it could be even more, like an ounce more.
It was about an ounce
Yeah.
more.
Mm-hmm.
And I had started this sock. It's for Mom. I had started this as the Dance All Night slouch socks, but I had made a pair of Dance All Night slouch socks for me in this yarn. And honestly, I prefer this pattern. That's the pattern that I'm wearing right now. And that's Heidi's yarn. And I love the way it fits. So I'm making a pair for Mom. And this is going to be one of my go-to patterns. Dad actually saw these hanging on the line. He's like, I like those socks.
Yeah. It's like, you need to make socks to sell.
He's like, they'll do better than the toys. I'm like,
No.
thanks. And no, I'm not going to sell socks. But that's mostly because I don't want to sell socks.
But you have to make different sizes.
Yeah. Whereas I make these to fit specific people.
You don't even have to do it to fit a specific person we have mine. You just
Oh yeah, I make them to fit me, and then if you decide you don't like them, like mine.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I change my mind in the middle of it, oh, this is for me.
Then she owes me yarn.
I usually buy my own yarn, except for
We have
these
two of them
two.
that I bought my
Yes.
yarn for. She took my Hexen Beast yarn.
yes. But yeah, this got some work. I think I'm about an inch or two away from heel flap for this one, and this is the first sock.
Very pretty.
Because I made this sock here I think it's an 8-inch long leg, and I was going to do the same for this one.
Did you check Heidi's shop?
I did about a day or two ago.
I can't remember. Do you have the new one, the Wild Rumpus?
I do.
In what base?
It's a heavier base.
Is it worsted or is it?
It's either worsted or decant.
She has. I think she's taking pre-orders or has up worsted weight.
I think I'm good because I have 2 skeins. I need to use what I have. So yes, this sock.
It looks quite a bit different from the fingering weight. It's more greens. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I didn't get fingering weight.
No, I don't buy fingering weight. Right now, I'm not buying fingering weight.
So yes, this got some work.
Okay. My next one is my new Preemie hat project. I have not named it anything else because I've just not named anything else. In my Kikiboo bag. This is for medium 1. This is by Denise from the Knitting Den. And I made some progress on this.
Paige is being such a good turtle. She's holding all my stuff for me.
Yeah, don't mess her
No,
up.
she's just holding it. It's not hurting her.
See, this is starting to stripe like I thought it would. So that's kind of neat. And it's pretty close to being done. I might be able to finish this tonight.
Yay. It's striping nicely.
It is striping nicely. I like this yarn. It stripes really well. I found out that not all bulky weight is alike, and I will show you how I know that shortly, but not right now. So this is, I'm using the smallest loom that comes in the set that this came in, and I'm using I Love This yarn Chunky. Is Chunky bigger than bulky?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Anyway, this is I Love This yarn Chunky, and I forget what the
I thought it was
color
just
is.
another way of saying bulky.
I thought it was too, but maybe I'm mistaken. I forget what this color is. It's I don't remember. I can't.
I'll look at it.
I'm not sure that's even the right one. That's neons. I had this. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, this is neon.
I think this is it. It's this one. Is that the right one?
Royal Canyon.
Yeah, that's it. Royal Canyon. I don't know why they call it Royal Canyon, but there it is. And this is a really nice yarn. I like working with, I love this yarn, Chunky for the hats.
Well, I guess this could be the purple is shadows in the canyon itself, and the greens the trees and stuff.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I like working with it. It makes a nice baby hat. It makes a very warm baby hat. I need to get some looms that work with single strand worsted and single strand sport and DK. I don't really like working double strands very much. It's a little less, it's a little more unwieldy sometimes, at least for me right now. But I'm enjoying it. I like working with the looms, and they're a real godsend when my hands don't want me to do anything else. There. Okay.
All right, let me go ahead
Is
and...
Daddy already home?
No, it's Savina moving the
Oh,
trash
okay.
can. I'm about to finish off that body. But let's go ahead and go on to the next project. In my Debbie Reese. I don't know where I got Debbie Bliss from.
I think it's a yarn, isn't it?
I do believe
Or
it
a
is.
pattern or something? I don't know.
Actually, it is. It's in the Cardiac Read Along book. It's the cabled socks.
Right.
Anyway, Cozy Hearth Socks, 3 Chimneys pattern by Bryony Bear, K.F. Jones of Bakery Bears fame. And I'm using undead yarn in the werewolf base in the colorway Phoenix Ember. And this is Kay's pattern is a finger weight pattern. I chose to do DK. So adjustments have been made.
Very pretty.
First sock has been finished for a while.
It's going to be warm
Yeah.
because it's got all that, whatever the stitch is.
It's just pearls and knits.
I know, but it's a little more, it's like a basket weave almost. I don't know what she did on here, what she had you doing, but it feels like a basket weave. Very nice.
And then the second one is well on its way.
I like the construction of the heel.
I prefer a little bit more of, that is just personal preference. I prefer every other stitch to have the slip stitches.
Oh, okay.
It makes a
I just like the
heel.
way it looks. Sometimes I'll see a sock, and I don't know what heel is, but it looks like it's malformed.
Well, this is your normal heel flap gusset.
Right, because some of the other ones, they look like they're sticking out, you know, and I'm like...
That's usually like an afterthought.
Yeah, I don't care for the way that looks. I'm sure it fits really well. I don't know anything about socks.
I don't care for the way an afterthought fits.
I'm just saying aesthetically, when someone holds up the sock, I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah, I don't like the way it feels.
It might, be perfectly great. I've never had one.
This one feels nice too.
Aesthetically, I don't like the way they look. I like the way this looks.
Yeah, now this is
It looks like a sock.
Well, yeah, that's what... The heel flap sock is very good for that. And I think that's part of why Kay prefers working them too. And that's why I prefer working them.
Okay. Are you done with that?
I am.
Okay, continuing the theme here. I don't have any silver shed today because I've been working so few projects. In my Stitched by Mimi bag, Sandra, is my bonfire shawl project from the sock knitted shawl pattern by K.F. Jones, and I'm using US 9 5mm Chow Goo circulars and Miss Babs Yazawada skein in the Riishi colorway and the Vlad colorway.
Just assume every knitted project I brought up was work with Chagoos because they were.
Did I lose my other needle? Where's my needle? Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright. I only did about a row on this because I haven't been able to work on this at all for weeks. A couple, 3 weeks. But I did get some work done. I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. So you can see it. The rows are starting to get long, but oh, that's showing up really nice. This is going to be really pretty when I put the border. I think I'm about a third of the way through this. It's funny because I think I'm roughly about the same place I was when I tore the other one out, and it's much bigger. It's so much bigger.
Well, that's
it's going to be a nice size, I think, in this DK Light worsted weight of Miss Babs Yowza. And I started this for... What did I start this for? I forget why I started this.
'Cause.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it really was just 'cause.
I think I just did start it because I wanted to. But I love the pattern. I love Kay's patterns because they're very clear. Kay is a natural teacher, and she's very clear in her patterns. So, yeah. I hope to get more work done on that as I can.
I was hoping you'd be not done yet. Because I was about to start a new...
You're hoping... what?
I was hoping you would not be done yet.
Oh. I thought you said I was hoping you would be not done yet.
I might have said that,
Yeah.
but I just changed the construction when you weren't looking.
Mm.
If Yoda could say that, I can say it too. So,
Yoda, you be not.
the next one I'm going to talk about, I'm still going to try to at least start the body, is the Shadow Cat socks. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, sorry. Which is Miss L's basic 6-ply sock pattern by Miss L. And for that, I'm using Undead yarn in the Witch base in the colorway Hex and Beast self-striping. And that's for Mom as well.
Pretty socks.
So, mark that off. That is in... Oh, this bag. In my Plover Bird...
Has to be in that bag.
Owl bag. This used to be my purse project, but I wanted to work on this during TV. So it moved. First sock has been done for a while.
Warm socks.
Soft socks.
Yes, they are.
And these are superwash.
Yes, but I will probably hand wash them.
Yeah.
Do not need to have my socks soaked.
And I finished the heel flap and picked up the stitches for the gusset. I'm on the gusset decreases now.
Pretty.
So, there it is.
Very, very
And I do believe I'll be able to finish the sock in this first skein of yarn, which is awesome because as soon as I finish this, I'm going to cast on with the t-shirt and blue jeans colorway, which is the same base. And if I can finish, if I can finish this pair of socks using one skein of yarn, I can totally do it with this with the same yarn and the same base.
Matching there.
Well, it's not completely matchy.
There you go. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I thought it was going to match.
It's pretty close.
But then, at some point, it stopped.
I think it was right here. As you can see, it's a little bit off there, but it's not meant to be identical.
Yeah. Well, actually, it stops about there. And I don't think I did any fewer stitches.
It doesn't matter. Perfect.
It's almost like this stripe came out a little longer.
Doesn't matter. It'd be perfect.
Because I don't think I did fewer stitches. Although it almost looks like I did. Huh. I think it'll still fit. Okay.
It'll be fine.
It's just funny how that worked out. It does look like that's about where the... Anyway. I think it'll be fine.
Pretty soft.
I mean, it measured right. So I'm going to continue down the foot, and I should hopefully have enough to even have a square. And then Mom can have her other skein back. See,
That's
I think...
right?
Yes. I think I might have enough here to finish my sock. Which is exciting. I mean, my alternate plan is to, you know, still work the pair of socks in the blue jeans and...
Have the alternating heels and toes.
No, just when I get to the point where I run out of yarn, just randomly pick a different yarn. And hope that it's somewhere down at the toe so no one can see it. That's my master plan, which I'm hoping I will not have to enact. No, I am not going to do alternating heels and toes. I don't care for that. It's way too much work. Unnecessarily so. There we go. But I think I'll be good.
You can do just the cuffs.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Okay, in my Knitting's My Bag, Lazy Gnomes medium-sized bag, is my Jazzy Stripes hat from the Bankhead project, pattern by Susie Gorley. And I should have been done with this. This got most of the work this weekend. So I am on the decreases. You can see, boy, that's showing up really nice. It really is that pretty.
That is
yarn.
very pretty.
I just love this yarn. And this is acrylic yarn. It's, it's discontinued. I think you can still get some still, but I don't know how much longer you'll be able to get it. I don't know why they're discontinuing it, but there you go.
It's very pretty.
It is very pretty. And I have enough in here, I think, to make another hat on this skein. This is how big it is. And I bought another skein of this as well, in case I wanted to make more hats with this. I think it's it's just fun to watch the different stripes come out. So that's that. What are you doing?
Sometimes this pen writes, and you just have to make it.
And my US 7's circular towel goo red lace needles, of course. And the jazz stripe colorway. I love this yarn Hobby Lobby print. Okay.
My next, is Hey, the one I'm working on. It is Candy, which is, bugger.
I have 2 more projects. Do you have 2 more projects? Yeah.
Hold on, I'll be able to tell you. I accidentally hit a link on my show notes. It's taking its time.
I noticed mine has been awfully slow lately.
Mine hasn't been too bad. There we go. Candy, which is Oops a Bunny pattern by me. And I'm using Lady Fernico Creations 100% Superwash Merino worsted in the colorway Cotton Candy Oops. And so last week I was still working the straight crochet parts of the body, of the upper body. So now
baby bunny.
I have the head and the lower body.
It looks like a bubble gum or cotton candy.
And this is another one where I'm trying to see how much, if I have enough yarn to finish the toy. If not, I will do like different ear colors or a muzzle color. But I'm on the lower body.
Tail color would be the first thing to try, I think.
Well, tail color is already a different
Oh,
color.
well, that'll help.
Well, that wasn't included in the count.
Oh. Okay.
This is the beginning of the lower body. And the tail's not that much of a big deal.
Well, neither are the legs. I think what's the real thing is the ears.
I'm not planning on doing the legs a different color.
Yeah.
I'm planning to do the ears, and the muzzle if I have to.
You could do one this color and one that color.
I could, but I'm not sure if I had both of those colors.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like purchasing more yarn for that. So yeah. Got a little bit of progress on that. Back and back with you. Your turn.
Oh, okay. In my Knitting's My Bag Autism Awareness large sweater size bag, I can't show you. This is Drake the Intrepid Robin from the Grayson the American Robin pattern by Franciscan Gypsy Designs. It's a test crochet and I can't show it to you.
Oh, I wasn't quite ready yet. Okay.
Maybe we should just put it down till we're done doing this part of it.
No.
Oh, spoiled bunny stomp.
In my Autism Awareness Kickaboo bag, this is totally Blair's fault. And this is the Pippin Socks pattern by Claire Ellen. On the pattern itself, it calls them the Peregrine Socks, but if you look it up on Ravelry,
Same
it's the
difference.
Pippin Socks.
Same difference.
Well, people have the ebook and are looking for the Pippin Socks, they aren't going to find it.
Yep.
So this is by Claire Ellen, and I'm using Miss Babs Tart in the colorway Electric Turquoise. And I got it for free, because there was a sale at the time.
But it is a paid-for pattern.
It is a paid-for pattern. And the kit that it's in, no, it doesn't say on this pattern. It's actually in an ebook.
Yeah, I forget. I don't know if that's a fellowship one. Or
This might be the either there's like one for bag end, there's one for
I thought this was like the fellowship or the quest.
this might
or
be
something
something like that. I can't remember.
Because
If you
it has,
look up
because it has Legolas, it has Boromir, it has
well, there's one also just for the Hobbit, for like Bagshot Row.
right. But
I'm not sure which one Pippin's in.
Pippin would be not.
he
for
could
the
be-
Hobbit. He wouldn't be in the Hobbit. He would be in
No, I
Fellowship.
don't mean it's for the Hobbit, as in like the Hobbits. I mean like Hobbiton.
Oh, Hobbiton, the Shire.
It was called like some like Bagshot Room. I'm not sure what this one was in though. So
I like the one with the Fellowship because it had everybody. It had Gandalf and Legolas and Boromir and Aragorn. And,
Eowyn had a really pretty one. So did Galadriel.
yeah, they all had. They were all nice.
Yes.
Sam's was really nice. There's my husband. You're gonna hear noises. My husband's coming home.
This is starting to develop. Let's see. And
that's nice.
this didn't show up really well last time.
It's hard to see, and for some reason, it's really hard to see. But
It's like the color overwhelms it on the screen.
yeah, because it's coming up a lot more blue than it actually is. It looks sky blue on the screen as we look at it, but it's actually kind of a teal blue, or turquoise or something.
And I'm hoping that once
That's a little better.
That's a little bit better. I'm hoping as I get farther along, it'll be easier to see.
Because it looks fine in person. You
Yeah,
just
it
can't see
is.
it on the screen.
The color is so brilliant on screen, it kind of blinds out the delicacy of the design.
Right.
Not to mention, I'm not overly far along.
Right. You'll be able to see it better as it gets
Yeah.
longer.
And this will take a while, simply because it is a complicated pattern. No, it's obnoxiously so. It's just more detail.
Okay, this is my Under the Sea hat from this Loom Knitting Primer book. Okay, I actually learned a new stitch with this for it. This is an excellent book. And Victoria Blue, I did answer your question. I'm sorry it took so long. It is in the thread from last week's episode about the knitting links and references and such. But anyway, I got the pattern from here, tried out a new stitch. In fact, I used the stitch a couple of times. To my Knit Is My Bag Angel Sweater bag. And the yarn I'm using is Lady Fernico Creations. And this is the Under the Sea colorway. Oops.
The bunny.
It's a bunny.
Let me get this
Thank
to
you.
you, and then I'm going to take mine.
This is how it looks caked up. It's my own yarn caked up. And I'm not sure if I'm going to tear this out or not, because this is what I was talking about, the bulky yarn. This calls for a bulky yarn, but look at how open it is. Now maybe it'll be okay when I take it off. When I take it off the loom.
It looks pretty open down at the bottom.
Yeah. The stitch I was talking about is called the braided stitch, and you can see it along the bottom there. I love the way it turned out. I'm not really to my own horn. I just like the way it turned out with the gradient. It kind of gradient from blues to greens, and I really like that. So I don't know. I might take this out. I might not. If I take this out, I will probably put it on one of the Cindy looms that. And also, I have some things here. I might actually have to take it out because there's some places here where the stitch is pulled. And what I might do instead is make a smaller size and do more of this braided stitch. I'll have enough yarn to do that. But anyway, that's what the yarn looks like when it's made up. Ooh, I like that blue.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it. I just have to. I think that this yarn actually needs maybe a super. This loom actually needs maybe a super bulky as opposed to a bulky, because it's just way too open for my. Well, I don't know. Look, it's not too open down here. I don't know.
Right there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, there are some loose stitches that I can't fix, so I might just take this out. It's no big hardship. I can do it. Do it on a different loom. Just kind of sad, but I enjoyed working it and seeing how the colors worked up. It'll be interesting to see how it works up on a smaller loom.
Yeah.
A smaller circumference.
There'll probably be longer blotches of color.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. So that's that. I didn't have this working when I was podcasting last week, but I really wanted to try one of my own yarns. So, and this is the bulky weight, and it's the Under the Sea Oops colorway. Okay. Do you have anything else?
Yes. This one I can always show the bag. That's right, I didn't actually work on this one. Let me put this over here. Who's hitting me in the back?
Barry. Or, not Barry.
I don't remember what you named this one.
I have to look it up.
I mean, the pattern's Barry, but... Okay. In my, green Social USA bag with the froggies is a pattern in progress. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay, FOs?
Actually, I have, prior to an FO, I have a writer's block, which is where we frog things.
Allison, sit down. Have a paper bag handy.
So, I had to, and if I'm pulling out this book, you kind of know I got frogged. I had to frog the cable knee-high socks. Because it called for worsted weight yarn, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine with the DK. It was not fine with the DK.
She didn't adjust.
I just assumed it would be fine with the DK because when I did slouchy socks with the DK, there was no discernible difference. Actually, I did it with Miss Babs. No, I did with DK as well, and there was no discernible difference. But
well, they were slouchy, so they probably just weren't as slouchy.
Exactly. And I didn't take that into account, and I tried it on when I was at the heel flap of the first sock, and it very much did not fit. I could not get my foot all the way in. So this is what remains of those socks. I'm not restarting them for the present.
Too much work.
Yes, I just don't feel like doing it right now, because I got all the way to the gusset. So yes, they're back in their original form. From yarn they came, from yarn they shall return.
What was it they called it in Mario Brothers? De-evolution.
Yes, de-evolution.
De-evolution.
So.
Okay, so you have 2 FOs?
I do have 2 FOs.
Okay, you start.
Sorry, I'm a little congested.
Aw.
So I finished the owl. Hey, no, it's actually...
I know whose it is. It's still mine.
A friend bought this.
Yes. It's so cute.
For a baby shower. I happened to have him almost done, and she needed an owl. So, I just finished him.
Because we don't do consignments.
No, commissions.
Commissions.
So, but since I already had him in the works, and I did need to finish him. I mean, all I had left to do was like the second wing and the tail and the beak. I just needed the kick in the pants to get to do it.
He's so cute.
So he's done, and he's ready to go to fly on his way out of the house because I've already gotten paid for him.
Be careful when you put him tight. The teacup has tea.
The tea's empty.
I know, but it. Oh, that is it. Did they ever have anything in it?
No.
Okay.
All
right.
And then I also finished April,
It's so cute.
which is
It's a great
Oops
bunny.
the Bunny out of Heidi's yarn. So
So cute.
she actually looks a little belligerent. I don't know why her expression looks a little belligerent to me.
I don't know. So you made her purple. That's why.
So she's April the belligerent Easter Bunny. I don't know why she looks belligerent to me right now.
She looks cute.
You
didn't give her a mouth.
Yes, she does. She has as much of a mouth as any of my bunnies do.
Oh, a mouth.
Look at any of the bunnies, including yours. So, there she is. Maybe she's just smelling something. But she looks just like she has kind of an attitude.
So she has a spider web on the back of her bottom.
Well, maybe because you're touching her bottom, she has an attitude.
No. You oboe head.
So, there she is. And there's your bunny behind picture.
Okay. Alright. You guys know that when this comes out, I've done some dyeing. This is my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey Mouse bag. And I think this is his medium Or maybe it's large. I don't know.
Does he have a size?
When he did
Yes.
this one, he was still finding his sizes.
Yeah.
This is a sport weight, and it's called Orange Tabby. And this is also Kool-Aid dye. It's not, strictly speaking, just orange. I put some other color in it, but Orange Tabby. And this, I did it going blind, but I pulled up a picture, and look at this. I don't know if you can see.
It's like perfect.
Yeah. I'm not very good at this. So this is probably going to be a kitty. I had a
Probably. Davina basically has ordered it.
Davina wants me to make another one of these, another color, another skein of this. I think she wants a cat.
Mm-hmm. She always wants a cat.
This will be snickerdoodles when I make the cat, and my cat snickerdoodles had blue eyes, so he'll have blue eyes instead of the golden eyes of the adult. But I was really happy with the way it turned out. It looks a lot better in person. It looks a little washed out. This looks a little washed out as compared to this, but I was kind of happy with that.
You should be.
So, yay. And it's kind of a last minute decision to dye. I have my dyes and stuff, and I'm going to be picking up some citric acid, I think, now that I understand it better, because I was watching my Craftsy class, and they were saying that you use more vinegar to get the same amount of whatever, I guess, acidity as you would with citric acid. Not that, it works any better, you just have to use more. Okay, so, alright.
That goes on to Autobiography. Unless you have royalties. I have royalties.
I do have royalties.
Okay, I just have one.
I do too.
Okay.
What is yours? Oh, I'll show mine. Okay. I went to Craftsy. They were having a sale on their... Well, they were having a sale actually on the whole class. And I already had the dye class. But I went ahead and picked up this. They had a sale also for the yarn they used for the class. This was what they were selling in conjunction with the class for a certain price. And you could also get a sale on it when you just bought the yarn. This is Cloudborne yarn, bare yarn. This is sport weight. So I have 10 skeins of this. I think they're 200 yards a piece. And this is Superwash Merino Sport Twist. And I'm looking forward to working with this. I like Sport and DK. I think Sport and DK are my favorite weights right now, along with Miss Babs DK Light Worsted. So I'm looking forward to working this when I get a little better at what I'm doing. I'm using up some of my Kool-Aid right now and food coloring and stuff. But once I take my class over at Shenandoah, I'm hoping to really make the jump into the acid dyes. Okay.
So, on to my stash enhancement. I bought this when I had a... Actually, this one might have been just because I bought the other one when I had a bad day at work, and that one is still on its way. But this is Cupcake Yarns, and look at the lovely
Cupcake yarn.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Isn't that a cute bag?
Look at the bag, and
I wonder if they'd do a special if they had that as an option.
yeah, I wonder. Oopsie, and I got a little
Little mini skein.
mini skein. If I really, really wanted to, I could probably do like a cuff out of it. I won't, but if I really wanted to.
You put it in your blanket.
This is fingering weight.
Oh.
I mean, I have a fingering weight blanket going, but I don't really work much on it.
I have a mini from somebody that's fingering weight that you might be able to hold two together with that.
Yeah. She sent a nice little card with it.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
With a little cupcake there, and then a
Sparkle
cupcake
paper
on there.
It's confetti paper.
Oh yeah, it was a confetti cupcake.
Sparkly paper.
And then this one I've been looking forward to. It's Cubby Cake Yarns.
Where she has pretty handwriting.
And box of crayons. And the base is Yummy, which is 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon.
Isn't that a pretty little tag?
440 yards. What's her business card?
Yeah.
And it's already balled up and ready to go.
Awesome.
So basically, as soon as we stop podcasting, I will probably start this.
I wonder how she gets such a round ball. Every time I try to do a ball like that, I get an egg.
And all of her stripes are nice and together.
Mm-hmm. That's the way they do it for that. For
Yeah.
that color, for stripes.
But I do like people's tendency to make a ball of the striping, because that means as soon as I get it, I can start.
Right.
I don't have to wait and...
I like getting in a ball or a cake because, like you said, you can just go.
Yeah, instead of waiting till I pull my...
That's why a lot of times I'll do the extra cost from this bag, because hers is such a big skein that it overloads my winder. So when I buy from her, a lot of times I'll just get her to skein it up for me. Okay.
So that goes on to Autobiography.
Yeah.
I worked a little bit on the shared story.
Yay.
Did some studying for work. Still reading the complete works of Augustine. I'm probably still on 1% because, you know, it's a ginormous work. Still reading, oopsie, Thomas Becket, Warrior, Priest, and Rebel. Well, if you had a second cup of tea,
I didn't want to have this cup of tea. I didn't want a second cup of tea.
And this is by John Guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting very close, I think, to his falling out of favor. Because he just got appointed Archbishop of Canterbury.
Yeah.
So that's the turning point in his life. And I love the way these pages are unevenly cut.
Yeah, that's cool.
Even though I know it's not an overly old book, it's nice.
We're the kind of people that like walking into an old bookstore and smelling the books. It smells good.
I listened to a little bit of Sora Shannara on Audible while knitting, and then I actually, this has been a fairly social past couple weeks for me. I don't spend this much time with people outside of going to work. I went to something that a high school friend called a Tolkien reading party. Basically, we went to her apartment, and she lives about an hour away. And we read from different Tolkien works. Now, they're real
Nerds.
Tolkien aficionados.
They're geeks. They are.
They really know the history, the geography, like hardcore Tolkien fans. I've read all the main books.
I tried reading Silmarillion and I couldn't get through it.
Yeah, I couldn't get through Silmarillion. I've read Hobbit and the Fellowship. And personally, I feel Tolkien style is a bit difficult to read.
It translates really well to the movies and stuff.
It does. And I enjoy more Sora Shannara, which was very much based upon Tolkien's work. You could almost...
In the beginning, you can almost see the different characters. This guy's this guy,
yeah,
this guy.
Just at the beginning.
At the beginning.
After a while...
he developed his own voice.
He developed his own voice. But for the first book, he was definitely... You could tell that who his influence was. But I happened to have a 4 CD. It might have been a 6 CD set of all the poems and songs of the Fellowship that we had playing in the background, and I also had a book of pictures from the musical for Fellowship of the Ring that people flipped through, and then we were reading through a play that someone had written. Based on the history of the characters that I barely remembered because they were way back history,
I do remember some of the stories, like the one about...
Tenivia.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name. The other elf who got involved with the human.
Right.
Tenuviel. That's what it is. Her story. And I think the guy's name was Baron.
I don't remember his name. I just remember her.
Yeah. But we read the play. They read a leaf by Nigel, which is a short story by Tolkien. and just generally a bunch of reading aloud and fun. Right before I left, I read the last speech by Bilbo for his birthday party. Yeah, for his farewell. They expected me to.
I miss you. Was it? I miss some of you more than I
like some of you.
Right. Less than I should, and some of you I don't like more than I don't know. It was really funny the way he delivered it. If you watch the movie, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah. I like some of you half as much as I should, and or like half of you have as much as I should, and something about I can't remember completely.
It was kind of
it was a play. It was
words.
A slam on some of the people, like the Saxville Bagginses.
Yes, definitely the Saxville Bagginses.
But that I stopped at goodbye, and it startled people because they expected me to go all the way to the the flash of light and him disappearing. But I figured goodbye was a good point to end it.
Goodbye.
Okay. But it was fun. I stayed for a few hours before I headed back home because I still had an hour drive home.
Yeah. Okay, I did my prompt mistress duties this week for the percolator, which was fun, and I did do a little bit of editing for my book, but it's really going slowly because it's
editing.
Yeah, well, I don't mind editing. I've done it before, but it's just that I'm getting reacquainted with the story. It's been years since I've looked at it, and at least it gives me a fresh perspective. I'm like, oh, I don't need all this. I don't need this. I can change that because I have fresh eyes and I've matured or gotten better as a writer or whatever. So it's taking time, but I am working on that. And thank you for the people who have told me they would read it if I finish it. That's motivation. Thank you very much. I'm still reading The Complete Father Brown and getting ready to read the second book in The Maze Runner when I get to that point. I did want to show you Victoria Blue. I mentioned some other books, so I might want to show you what they are. This is the Loom Crafts with Nifty Knitter. Okay? And this is basically, this has patterns in it. It's, a lot of different kinds of patterns. I don't want to show you because it actually has the patterns in it, and it's very difficult to miss. I can show you this because there's no pattern on this page. But there are different levels of patterns in this book. So that's a good resource. I showed you this one already. The companion to this one, this is what I'm doing my hat out of. This is the same thing for Afghan. I like the way this one is written. It's very easy to follow. It has a lot of pictures. Like this is not a pattern, so I can show you how clear it is. This one this is just a simple leisure arts, that I can't believe I'm doing whatever type of book. So I have this, and I think Ty got me this. You probably saw this if you've been here for a while. You saw this at Christmas time.
I know I got to the sock one.
Yeah. I already showed this one last week. This one is fantastic. This is really, really good. It has everything you want to know in here. I'm sure there are other things. I haven't looked really, but from what I can tell. And then this one, Sock Loom Basics, which I'm looking forward to using. It has all kinds of different socks with beading, socks without, that have the, kind of like yoga socks, only they have a heel.
Easy. I need my toes covered.
I do too. I need to have my toes covered. Even when it's hot, I need to have my toes covered. I don't like to go barefoot. Mm-hmm. Little preemie hats, all kinds of things in here, which is just, fun.
I don't even wear sandals that much.
Yeah, this is a fun book. It doesn't have a whole lot of different patterns, but it has enough to get me started, and it has different levels. So I'm looking forward to using this as well. And Ty, you might want to take the price off of that so I don't see it.
I have a feeling you probably already saw it.
Well, let's just pretend I didn't. Okay. So that's basically...
Maybe you bought this one, because it has Hobby Lobby on it.
Oh, okay, maybe I did.
I know I bought you a sock one.
These are not all my Loom books. I have some more on my shelf, so Ty, yours might be there in the shelf.
But
I thought I pulled them all out.
clever way to get me to pull off your tag.
Well, I thought it was from you, so. Okay.
Well, I know I didn't buy you one from Hobby Lobby. I did all my shopping.
I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that the tag said Hobby Lobby on it. Okay. All right, so that's that. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Okay, are we still podcasting on Monday this week?
Yeah. We technically could do it on Tuesday, but
I don't like to leave it
I don't like to leave it
to the last day.
Well, we do normally, but
No, but I don't like to leave it. I like to be on a schedule.
yeah.
I do want to thank Sue. Sue, I got your second PM. I will answer you as soon as I get the chance. I appreciate touching base with me, but you know that. I just wanted to let you know. Thank you very much. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's it. We want to thank the people who commented on YouTube.
Yes.
Angela Peckham, Sharon Keller, Nitty Girl 1, and also Maureen, who
I
is the
feel
Tortoise
like
Studio.
Angela might be the one who said she liked the red sweater. Thank you.
I don't know. And Sharon, Elvin Nitz, I think
Yeah.
is her name. I did answer your question just before we podcasted today. I'm sorry it took me so long. I was kind of running around like a mad person the last couple of days trying to catch up on the episode threads, the cardiac thread, Tortoise and the hare, and then YouTube. So
I'm not anywhere near caught up.
well, I love the fact that our group is so
Oh, yeah.
active because I will get caught up in the cardiac and wake up and it's got 100 more posts. So,
I've just been so wiped out
Yay.
lately. I'll sit there trying to respond to something and I'm out.
yeah, if it's a longer post, I like to take my time so I don't kind of skim over things. So sometimes it takes me a while and I don't like to skip over them. So everybody behind that post has to wait.
Yeah.
So it's not, please don't stop, don't change anything, it's fine. We catch up when we catch up, and we have wonderful moderators who make sure that you don't get lost in the shuffle. So
Yes.
that's great. We appreciate all your activity and all the alongs, and we are thankful that you stayed here to watch us today. We hope that your week is filled with every blessing and good thing, and knitting and crocheting and whatever it is that makes you happy. We hope to see you next week in the PHN Foon Woman Cave. This is the Pen Hook and Needles podcast, episode 221, and that's a wrap.